Hello, this is Elson. Welcome back to my play-by-email version, Jochenheiden. Now, today we're going to be going over our strategy and turn orders for December 10th, 1941. And as usual, we'll start off over in the Marshalls. Our task force returning from Macon should make it back to Quajan Island this turn. Then we will transfer both unit of the Chitos Clods to that and transport them to truck, where we have an air division heading there so we can upgrade them to zeros. Most of our subs are on the way back to truck to start taking up position off of Australia. We still got a few around Hawaii to keep them honest. The rest are heading towards known spots for U.S. convoys or the islands, Johnston, Palmyra, Christmas, Canton, Pago Pago here, which is probably it's probably an AM, yeah. So, and even taking out the AM ASW doesn't get a lot of those. And then once all those other subs get back to truck, then we'll start putting up positions off of Sydney, Brisbane. We'll put some off of Auckland, Wellington, and Melbourne down here. Other than that, we're just waiting for the Kitty Batai to head south. There looks like they're about 3 days out from truck. They'll resupply in truck and probably resize some units. Meanwhile, we're going to be start loading up the 16th Div in Battle Bob, prepare for a ball. We have these two cruiser divisions heading to Battle Bob to cover the invasion forces. We're loading up one for Monado. We're loading up one for Sedate, so Monado doesn't retreat. We're loading up one for Ternate. We're loading up the force of the 144th Regiment in Guam. They will then proceed to Battle Bob, and then that will be going for Ambon. To cover Ambon, we got a lot more surface ships heading this way to Battle Bob. Kaga and this mini Kitty Bitai is heading to Takao to resize / upgrade along with Tayo and company here. So they will upgrade to Kate's, Val's, and Zeros. Meanwhile, the two surface scrapes are pretty much out of ammo, so they're going to be returning to Cameron Bay. Our subs are going to start taking off position off Java. I don't know if he has mine Merak. Usually the places to mine are Merak to get you from not putting subs through. Not to mention that's usually a good choice for landing, so he's probably mined that. I don't know if he's mined Kaljidi. And the other place you want to mine is usually Banjoeg here. And you can't cut through here, so I'll probably send subs around through this hexes. I mean, that will do this one, so if I can get them through here, then we'll set up off here, and then by the time I can get a sub over here without going through Merrick, we'll see. I haven't seen anything out of Darwin or anything like that, because we haven't taken anything like that. But we'll take Monado, put an airfield unit company here, we'll take these three, then we'll move some zeros in to cover the invasion of Kandari and Ambon, since Minikadipitai will be covering the invasion of Palembang. We're going to go ahead, probably the next couple turns, start setting up invasions of Sinkiwan, Kuching here. He has moved pretty much everything out of Singapore to Johor Bahru. Now, I don't know if he's moving here as a forward defense, and I stopped him because the first tank regiment did cut off the railroad here, so I don't know if he was trying to pull everything out to Tamola, which would be something new. Just give up Singapore and just stick everything in the jungle rough and try to get as much supply in there. I don't know, but we have stopped this, so everything's here. We're about 2 to 3 days before we can get here. I will heavily bomb his. I will start bombing Tamola. He looks like he's pulling out of Malacca. Don't see movement here, but I think he just put a unit here. He's probably doing this. Oh yeah, he's setting up his. Let's put a bunch of units on the railroad. He's putting up his resistance here. I'm going to bomb these guys to slow him down until the Imperial Division gets in Singura, and then I'll go out to meet him. So basically, we moved a lot of aircraft out. We moved these guys out because we were overstacked in Cameron Bay and Saigon like that. So we started moving everybody out to other spreading out airfields. So we'll probably still bomb Singapore. Johor and Tamola here. Looks like he's moving these out, and then over here we've bombed Lingayen, trying to slow these guys down until these units can get here. Maybe we can catch them before they get into Clarkfield. We'll start bombing Clarkfield, Manila, and Bataan to keep these from building forts. He's got another 5 days before we can bomb anything in Burma. Um, yeah, so that's basically where we're at for about a couple days before the 404th Division can get to Hong Kong. Biggest thing we got going on right now is we're probably going to cut this off in a couple units here. We'll continue bombing these guys. Um, continue bombing these guys. We got some tank regiments here, so they'll start heading north to try to cut some of these guys off. And then, as obviously, these are the divisions, and that will start trying to cut these guys off. He did manage to escape here, so we'll continue bombing this guy, slowing him down, and we're pursuing here. So it's probably 2 days before we can cross the river. It will be a shock attack, but I'm fine with a shock attack in open terrain, especially as we bomb them and give them as much disablement slash disruption as we can. Again, we're blowing these guys down until we can catch these guys. I either want to catch them piecemeal, like when they're 1 or 2 units, where we can outnumber them heavily, and we'll fight them in this hex. Probably not this hex, the next hex, but we really want to kind of get them before we can catch up to them in these clear terrain hexes. So we get over here, and then we can try to cut these guys off. And get behind them, take Cyan, and then, you know, start sending forces north, and then we can surround these guys. You know, he might have 4,000 to 5,000 AV, but if we surround them, control all hexes, then I'll just leave, you know, 3, 4 divisions in heavy terrain where him surrounding, running out of supply, and then we win that way. But he's doing the full let's run in China, so that's fine. Second division should finish unpacking this turn. Yes, so we should be able to rebuild second division by buying out this to 16th Army. So we'll load up second division. That will start heading for San Fernando. Actually, probably Legayan at that point. I believe 33rd Division and 4th Division are done packing, so they'll start railroading to Tokyo. So it'll be another 3-4 days before those guys. And then we need to get some units to pick up 21st Div. So 21st, 33rd, 4th, and 2nd Division. We're sending, what is that, 4 more divisions to Philippines. We're going all in on the Philippines. We're trying to knock out Clark in these forces as quick as possible. I won't. One of the things I do when I take Philippines, I do not take Manila before I take Clark, because if you can get it, win it Clark, you can get all these forces to retreat to Manila instead of Bataan. And fighting Manila instead of Bataan is much better because it's going to be actually it's probably about the same. I think jungle and urban light is still like ×2, so but that's ideally where we can do it. Not to mention it's kind of splits up their supplies. So that's my plan is eventually I will land forces in the south and start taking the south up so they can't keep retreating. And then we'll start taking these guys, and then eventually we'll probably land like maybe the 265th Brigade or something, and something a little bit bigger on Mindanao, and take that. But meanwhile, we're just like, yeah, we're setting up our resource runs. We got Port Arthur, I believe, and Shanghai are both set up. Fusan should be set up this turn. We got 1 Sapporo and 1 Hakata, and we're just training people. So that's the major thing. So it's nothing really big going to happen the next few turns. Everything's just going to be moving. Starting this turn, I think most of our forces will that are packed up start moving to their respective spots in China to take over garrison duties to free up combat power. Like we'll be able to see that this is 60 this turn. I could actually do this. So we have our 60 here. So now 36th Division can travel out. I should have done that this order. I didn't think anything had moved yet. So next turn, I'm going to have to go through a big turn in China and check every place to see if they have their garrisons to free up this division. Like I believe 27th Division will need 120, so we need something else there. But once we get enough AV here, we'll free up 27th Division. And yeah, I would like to free up something here. Actually, I'll probably go ahead and move this route brigade out this turn to take this to free up this rail line. He's still blocking it here, but we'll try to free up as much as the rail line so I can move as quick as possible here. He is kind of like I don't know if I necessarily agree with the full runaway with everything here. I like to use these guys to block these rail lines as long as possible. like instead of pulling this guy this way, I usually send them down here and into here. That cuts the rail line for a couple of days, right? Where you can't send them this way. You have to send them this way, or you have to send forces to clear out the rail lines. I try to block the rail lines when I play the allies. The very few times I do. It's hard to get them out. It's hard to get them out when they're going to be worth anything. It's more for me just slowing down the Japanese and transferring troops around is more worthwhile to me. Yeah, so that's pretty much, not like I said, nothing super big. We're gonna start sweeping places like Changsha and that, trying to see if he's gonna put up some fighting cover. He's got a lot of fighters, most of them, I believe, from the Philippines. Got some in Tonggu still. He's probably got some in. He's probably got a lot of aircraft in from Malaya up here. So basically, next term we'll probably start getting some airfield units and base forces into Chiang Mai, Hanasan-Luki, and Nushadit, and we'll start building up airfields here for our push into Burma. Believe this turn, yeah. So most of the 55th Division has moved here, and then we'll start moving these guys up to Momay. It does look like he's pulling out of Momay, which is good because that's the one spot that's actually good to defend because it is jungle with a base. Where Pegu's clear, it's it's hard to hold this line in north because it's all clear. So holding here, yeah, it's just hard for you to hold in Burma, right? So you got jungle, but not a lot of it. And definitely the jungle ruts is down here, not the jungle / clear or the other clear on the roads, right? So that's our plan for right now. So we'll hopefully get a combat turn back from some point today, or today or tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys later.